Hello, chào mọi người nha. Good morning, chào mọi người buổi sáng. Chúc mọi người một buổi sáng tràn đầy năng lượng tích cực nha. Morning. Làm dẻo người một tí. Mới ngủ dậy xương cốt cứng cáp quá. Hello Henry boy. Phải không Henry? Lâu quá không uống cà phê. Nay mai qua chỗ mới uống cà phê. Gần kế bên công ty luôn á Henry. Đang set up chắc sang tuần là xong đó Henry. Qua uống cà phê nhé. Lâu quá không gặp. Hay chưa? Hello. Hello everyone, how are you? Hi, it's Jaden. Hello, chào mọi người. Cảm ơn Salim. Chúc em buổi sáng tràn đầy năng lượng tích cực nhé. Okay. Hello. Hello Ibrahima. Hello everyone. Hello Monkey Juice. Good, you're from Florida. Awesome. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. Alright everyone, let's go to warm up. Mình làm khởi động làm nóng sơ sơ nhé. Let's warm up. So like always, I just like to do like, you know, sort of like a slow jog. Mình chạy nhẹ nhẹ bằng mũi chân của mình ha, để cho cơ thể mình hoạt động, mạch máu, cơ bắp dẻo dai, lưu thông máu rồi mình lưu thông cho nó đều ha. So jogging on a spot, guys. Just jogging on a spot. Let your heart rate go up a little bit. Get your body warm, your blood flow. Sometimes when you jog, you can just shake your hands out a bit, your wrists. And you can just skip like this. Hey, knees up. and then kick to the back. This way, jumping jacks. All right. When you're tired, just walk around a little bit. Don't stand in one spot. And shake it out. Shake your foot, let cái ankle out. Okay, ankle rotations. All the way. Now different leg, ankle rotations. Now all the way. Now you switch leg. Xoay cổ chân nha. Rồi, ngược chiều lại. Rồi, đó chân. Two, three, four, five. Okay. And then you squeeze, flex, point your toes forward, backward, forward, backward, forward, backward. I find it very, we use a lot of ankle, like our ankle right here from our foot. And we use it quite a lot, and therefore we're always on tippy toes, and we twist and turn with our ankles. So there should be a lot of stretching in that part. Otherwise, you are easily injured. All right. For myself, I find out like if I do that a lot, sometimes I feel a little bit of pain in the ankle joints. So careful when you train like this. Make sure you stretch properly. Okay. Khi mình tập luyện thì mình xoay cổ chân nhiều á, mình xoay qua đánh lại, sàn lại nhiều thì dễ bị chấn thương cái cổ chân hay là lật sơ mi á. Thì các bạn nên nhớ là cẩn thận khi mình tập luyện thì mình làm dẻo cái phần đó nhiều nha. And then all the way. Knees rotations. One side and the other side. Very important, guys. All your joints. Alright. Your joints are like socket and screw, and socket and screw that attach your limbs together, your 8 limbs. Right? Elbow, right? Your arms, joint and socket, right? Joint and socket, your knees, your legs, your hip socket. So all those you gotta like rotate and stretch out. So most of us don't try to go in right into the hard work, the training right away. Make sure you do a proper warm-up, especially you like me around like middle age, like above 40s, and you don't do like a lot of physical activity for a long time. So you gotta careful and stretch and do your warm-up properly, guys. Bend down. Go up. And down. And then up. And sideways. All right. I think that should be good. Shall we get into it? All right. Okay. Oh, the wrist. Yeah, I forgot about the wrist. Yeah, very important too. Because you're hitting, pounding a lot with your hands and your wrists, and you do a lot of grabbing when you're training with the wooden dummy. So, do a lot of wrist. Or if you are practicing ground fighting, BBJ, or wrestling, or judo, you know, your wrist, you always use your wrist to grab, to twist and turn. So, you can turn it different way. Khi mình tập luyện thì cái cổ tay mình cũng phải làm dẻo dai cho nó ok, cho nó tốt nhé. Để hạn chế chấn thương, tại vì đa số thì lúc mình tập luyện với một nhân thì mình đánh, mình cọ sát cái tay mình nhiều như vậy, không? Còn cái phần nữa hoặc là mình tập luyện những môn khác, giật lộn, võ judo hay là võ Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, ground fighting thì lúc nào mình cũng dùng cái cổ tay mình với mấy ngón tay mình, cho nên là mình phải tập mấy đó. Ok. Yeah, I injured myself before. I do a lot of stretching and I pull my hamstrings, right? And lately, just the last couple of days, sometimes I feel like a bit, just a little bit painful pain there, and my left ankles a little bit, because like use a lot of bouncing, a lot of jumping, right? And I guess some part like when you're not like really stretching them well and focusing on them, therefore they injure a little bit, but not to a certain extent, not too much. So, but I still keep on training and training, right? But I injure, but not too serious injury. If you're serious, I gotta take some rest. All right. Okay. Đó, vậy đó. Yeah. Sometimes you stretch, you can go like this. See the elbow joint, the shoulder, you can stretch like this, right? Okay. So, yeah, this exercise, you stretch your shoulder, and it's very good for your elbow straight too, and your shoulder joint. You can go like this. Now see this one, I can block, right? When I come here like this, I can block, right? So you just do circular movement like this, right? During your warm up, you stretch, or you can do it during practice. Same thing, right? You come up here, you are blocking, right? Or you can do elbow, straight going up. So this exercise, I find it very useful. Left and right, you can do that. And then backward, right? Backward. So backward is this elbow, right? If you go backward here, you're stretching your shoulder, and then your elbow can come right down, right? Stretching. but I'm just working on my stretching. But you can also use it for as a technique. So stretching is relaxing like this, but once you go in the technique, this is gonna go fast, this is gonna go down. Boom. Remember I say acceleration, right? So, but right now we're stretching, we keep on our shoulder relaxed until the last moment, and you go down like this. Now that you turn it into a weapon, into like something forceful, something lethal. All right. So they all, I think, like stretching and all that, they all like can be useful if you just imagine and you can use it in some way, right? Boom, 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 right? And go here, boom, stretching, right? My shoulder rotation, right? So when I do it, it doesn't look awkward. It's not awkward, okay? All right. So it's been about 5 days now. We haven't go back to the basics of the 6 movement I'm used to share with you guys. Let's go back and train that, okay? So the last 2 or 3 times we haven't trained that. I don't really make up name for those, just 6 basic movements that I do on a regular basis. So just a review, your stance here like this, both hands at the side, and you open your toes, 1, and then you open your heels, 2, and then you go in this way, right? And then you go down. Now you stand from here, okay? Now you could be clench your knees together, that's fine, or you can go up slightly, that's fine. Whatever way you feel comfortable, right? All right, next. So you go right in here, open 1, 2, hands up, and then from here you go 1, 2, okay? So after you're in your stance, you go like this, 1, 2, 1, 2. Next one. Now you're from here. You're gonna go open, 3, okay? And then you push both hands, palms forward, 4, okay? 3, 4. Now from here, grab the arm of the dummy, pull, and then hit the rib or the liver right here, okay? 5, 6. Okay, now in the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With the wooden dummy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the application. The first 2. 1. So somebody grabbing you at the elbows like this, okay? So most likely they're gonna be like, if they're smart enough, they're gonna go like their elbow slightly bent. They're not gonna go straight like this, right? Nobody gonna grab you like this, you know, like a robot, right? They're gonna go like this, right? They grab you in the neck or the shoulder, sort of like try to push you, so like this. So what you do is you hit here, boom, you shock the elbow, right here, grabbing like that. Next move, the next move is gonna be pressing. So pressing block is somebody try to knee you. They try to knee you like this, okay? Then you use this motion to block the knees or to block the kicks if they're kicking high, right? Okay, but in reality, you don't want to block like this so much, because when they kneeing you, right? They need you, either they need like this, or they're gonna grab your head. This is your head right here, and they need you like this, like this, like this, like this. So what you do is, this is a crossing block. You're gonna block like this. Both hands fold together, like you fold your arm like this, you know. sort of like this, and then from there you block. Because they're grabbing you, they need you. So it's very hard for you to block like this, right? But this, in theory, we can practice like this for the pressing block. But in reality, we're gonna use like both arms, and then we're gonna block them down like this. Okay? All right. So next one. Boom. 3. The third one, you open up. Same thing. Somebody grabbing you like this. All right? They're grabbing you, so you're gonna open. Boom, like this, hard. But it's not gonna work if they're too strong. They're just gonna press like this. How they're flexing and they're pressing you like this so hard. You're not gonna be able to get rid of the block and get the hand to open like this. Boom, you can't. Obviously you can't. It's just a movement like that. So if you open like this, if somebody like 10, 20 kilos stronger than you, more muscular than you, you're weaker, so you cannot do it. Boom. Therefore, I have to use the next movement. I go boom, boom. I go here, right? So this fourth movement, 1, 2, right? This fourth movement here, you can use the palm straight right into the chin. Or you can chop right at the neck. For self-defense, of course, obviously, but you know, when you get playing around, don't use that brutal moves, okay? And if this doesn't do anything, therefore you can grab. So as soon as this part hit, you can grab with your thumbs. Now who here playing Nintendo or playing video games and all that? Press 1. Press 1 if you do play like any sort of games, you know, or even on your phone, right? Your phone, I'm pretty sure now you have a lot of apps and games. Or you do typing, right? I'm pretty sure all of you here do do certain taping, right? Like this, with your thumbs, right? Usually all of us taping with our thumbs, right? We hold our phone like this way, sideways, and then we like this, okay? So you can use this block. So you can go in here, you can use your thumb to press into the eyes, right here. So here, this part you get the chin or the neck, and then you can use the eye, you can squeeze it into that. Now, when you're playing game, you're also practicing martial art too, right there, guys. Okay, so use it, right? So boom, boom. See, my hand right here. My hand, I can go to the eyes, right? If I have to defend my life, then I have to use it. Whatever way, gouging, picking hair, grabbing, whatever, right? You can see here, he's too strong here. I cannot do anything. I have to go into for his eyes, right? Okay? Yeah, so you see, sometimes playing games is pretty useful, right? Just kidding, guys. But hey, if it works, use it. Right? Alright, the next movement here. What's the next movement? You go here, and then the next movement for application is you're grabbing the arm of the dummy. From there, you hit lever, right? Lever shot. The lever is very vulnerable to get hurt. So therefore you can chuck the lever or the rib cage right here. Okay, so those are the 6 basic techniques that I always do, and I put it into application and explain for you guys so that you can use it. When you practice, you can imagine, oh, this movement, that's what it's for, right? So you sort of like, yeah, you don't know, you don't have any idea what's going on, right? So it would be, I'm pretty sure after you visualize those kind of application, thank you very much, Vincent, bro. After you realize those application, you can apply it very easily. Okay, guys? Okay, so let's go back to the 6 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, this is the way you stand in front of the wooden dummy. But in reality, who's gonna like have a fight and we stand like this and we go like this and this and this? No, you gotta move your feet, right? Right? First of all, if you stand this way, just for training with the dummy, right? I don't see any fighter they're just gonna stand like this and gonna fight. No, they're gonna start with either left or right, like this, in a sort of like a sparring or fighting stance, right? First of all, you stand like this so that your sideway you have less target for the other person to attack you right here. That's anything you twist and miss. Okay? If you stay here, you have the whole chest, the whole area, everything open. You don't want that. If you stand this way, slightly in an angle, then here, if there's anything you can twist, you can block your vulnerable part, your groin, right? Or your face, you can just zip slightly, move this side or move down and up like that, you know. If you guys are very familiar with boxing, I'm pretty sure you get a lot of head chopping movement and all that, right? I suck at that, so I don't really train that much. So if you guys do good at those, keep on practicing that, because what I say is in self-defense, don't get hit, right? So as long as you don't get hit, you'll be great, right? You see a lot of boxers out there, they're so good at with the head movement and move like that, back and forth like that, you know. Practice those with those guys because they're expert in that. Please do practice with them, right? So that's the best self-defense is don't get hit. And then your hands and your feet are there just to see if the person, so because the hand here, the hand after the hand, right? I always told you, remind you guys, after the hand, there's also like the armpit right here and the head right here, right? So weak spot, right? So inside the hand, the whole hand, they're going in. So you sort of like feel the arm, and then there's like your face here and your feet, at the end of your feet, right? The end of your feet, they go right into your legs and then the groin, right? So the block is there for you to see where the weak spot is, right? Pretty much, because it's not so effective, because your hand, how can you block a knee or a kick, you know? It's really hard, right? So first thing is don't get hit, get out of the way, right? All right, so, but like, let's get back to the movement where I am explaining about the 6 movement. You don't just stand there and you fight, right? You don't stand this way. You stand either this way or this way, okay? And arms always in front of you. So, for instance, if sometimes you practice like this, try to practice with the dummy. This, okay? So imagine yourself if you are right hand, right leg. Of course, you're gonna put your right hand, your right leg in the back, and you can practice like this way. 1, right? 2, okay? 2. Or you can go right into here. Sometimes you just practice here like this, and then you can go 3, right? And if I wanna hit this person, I don't just stand here. I have to move in a little bit, just a little bit, maybe around 10-15 centimeters, shifting my body weight in, right? When I shift my body weight in, I have my whole body power behind it, right? Whereas if I just leave it here, right here, from here to here, I'm reaching. So here, my hand, my arms, my elbow, fully extended. If it's fully extended, therefore it's gonna be weak. And remember that movement? So if you fully extend it, the person can break your elbows too. So therefore you have to step in a bit, okay? Hit here, step in, and have your elbow bent, okay? That's very important because you know certain movement. Of course, other people know too, right? So, whoop, step in a bit, and then from there, 4. Now you see, I don't just from here, I pull. If you pull and standing up like this, the person very strong. They're not gonna go off balance. But if you have your whole body, okay, from here, your whole body coming back like this. All right, you put all your weight back. You go into deep, low stance. That's why you're practicing low stance sometime, by the way, guys. So it's useful, right? So boom, come back, boom. Now from there, then you shift in. You can hit here, right? Or if you pull, boom, at the same time, pull. So as soon as you can grab the person's hand, you already in balance right here. Therefore, you can lift the other leg up and kick right into the groin. Kick in the groin for self-defense. But if you think, you know, it doesn't threaten your life or whatever, kick in the stomach, okay? All right, that's what I would recommend, all right? But it depends on your life, then by all means, go ahead, go for the groin. Boom, boom, like that, okay? If, boom, doesn't move in, you move to the side, okay? Boom. Boom. If nothing happened to the person, you step back to the side and assess the situation and see what's going on. From there, you whether decide to run away, to get help, or whatever, you know. But you never know. You could get help for the person that you're attacking, or the person too strong. You cannot like go against it. You go get help and solve the situation. Okay? Don't. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you get carried away. You're practicing with these, you know, and you're gonna find bruise here and there. When you get carried away, guys, trust me. Like when I get too excited, I go pa 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 like this, and sometimes I hit my elbows, right? Gonna be bruised, right, a little bit. But here, you gotta rub it with like herbal medicines and all that. Those one. Right, you guys gotta find out yourself and like rub it on, right? If you're training really hard and you get like a little bit of bruise here and there, you see all red, right? You should, right? Herbal medicine is very good after you're training like about very hard and you pound it on your arms too much, right? And you find a bruise, you should rub it, right? Massage it and then have apply some herbal Chinese Vietnamese medicine, right? I don't really know those too much, so please find out yourself, okay? If not, then don't practice too harsh on your arm and legs, okay? Okay, so again, one, I go from here. I'm right leg, so I go 1, 2, 3, 4. I go in, 5, 6, right? I can go in, 5, 6. I can go in, boom, right away, all right? And then I go here, right? So again, left leg in front. If you right leg in the back. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6. All right. Now, right leg in front. Same thing. So in a sort of thing, you watch and see what's going on. You know, you're gonna sort of like bounce again around a bit. You're not gonna stay in one spot, of course, right? Most of the time, you gotta be at least 1 arm length. You don't want to get too close here. Close here, you're gonna get hit. Right here, here, very short. Right here, here. Boom! I don't care how fast you are. Boom! You're gonna get hit. As soon as you hear, you already attacking. If not, you're gonna get hit. Right? So the reason for you to come into distance, you have to come with a purpose, right? You come with a purpose attacking, right? Not blocking, not defending. If you're defending yourself, you're not gonna come in, right? You come into this distance, either you counter, block, but when you are coming in here, boom, 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 and then get out, okay? Don't stay in there. What do you think? You think you can hit me from here? No, don't be cocky about it. You're gonna get hit. Trust me. I don't care how fast you are. You're gonna get hit. But if you come in with an attacking, you come in boom, boom, with a purpose, then that's fine, right? But once you're done, get out. This is the most dangerous zone right here, right? There's a lot of moves they can do, especially like in Wing Chun or in short combat, right? Trust me, there's not only the Wing Chun, there's so many self-defense techniques out there and discipline out there that are so good, right? Once you hear boom, that's it, done, right? A lot of people, a lot of martial arts that comparable to Wing Chun. Very, very fast, very destructible. So never put yourself in a dangerous situation and be in this like face to face with the person. At least 1 arm length, and then from there you try to convince, try to talk to them. Otherwise, stay out. All right. Okay. Again, if you were on this side, for instance, if your left leg in the back, so you're just gonna practice like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, sometimes you see me, I'm moving in and out slightly so that I can adjust my stance. so that I be in a stance that's comfortable for me to move. I'm in balance. I comfortable move forward and backward. You don't see my body leaning forward or backward, right? So once I lean like this, I distribute my weight to like either forward or backward. Then I'm gonna be up balance. If I'm off balance, I'll be easy to get tripped or to push my balance out, and then I can fall easily, right? Now therefore always have your stance and standing upright. Whatever you do, you move your feet upright. Don't lean too much like this, you know. I see like some people like sometimes they go like lean too much here, hit me, you know. That's very dangerous. I mean, unless you're really expert like them, then by all means. But if you just like, you know, newbie, you're just practicing, training, you know, have your stance upright and stay in balance, okay? So, let's go. So now watch my feet. You see how I move back and forth a little bit? I go here. So I find that here is too far, right? So I shift it a bit in. I hit, and then from there I block. Or you can interchange like this. You go down like this, you block this way because the knee is very brutal, right? So you have to block the whole knee. But when you're blocking like this, guys, when you're blocking like this, try to move in the middle of the knees. For instance, the knee is here. You want to move in here like a bit. You don't want to get blocked in the end, right? The end, like the knee is very strong. So if you're blocking like this, you might injure your arm or your hand right here. So block the meat part right here, this part. But don't go in too far. If you go in too far to the thigh, guess what? If you go in here, the knee's gonna go into you. You see, if you block in here, right, nothing gonna stop them. So the knee's still going forward, right? So therefore, try to block in this part of the knee right here, this middle part. But if you get here, you might, you know, break your hand or arm because some people, the knee is really strong, right? So once I go yank like this, try to block around here. It's perfect, okay, guys? So that part, boom. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's 6. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when you practice the basic on a regular, and then you can just change slightly the tempo. All right, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's up to you, right? Whatever you find comfortable, you find, oh man, this is more exciting. I'm gonna train it this way. I'm gonna train this tempo, you know. And of course, by all means, if you guys love music, put on music that you like and you train, right? But when you're training like this, put something more relaxing music, right? When you train like this, don't put too much romantic music or whatever. Then it's not gonna pump you up. Put some kind of motivational music like Rocky or other gym motivational music. Or you can put like relaxing music, you know, meditations or flute music. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switch leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Now, for this one, you can turn it to the punch as well, right? You can go double punch to the rib cage or to the liver. Okay? Doesn't mean when I'm showing you guys a palm strike, you always have to do the palm strike. I mean, no. You can turn it to the fist, right? Of course, because when your palm is weaker, you can go into a fist. You go like this, okay? Right? So be flexible, guy. You don't have to do what I say 100%. Just do whatever works for you, all right? let's practice the very basics, okay? The chain punch. Now, I gotta work on that too. Like I mentioned, a lot of time with you guys, like my punch, they're not that fast like other guys. Because why? Because I don't practice so much, right? So let's do that. Let's practice the chain punch. So, in the chain punch, what you do is always have your elbow down. Never try to go up like this. Up like this, elbow up. It's not gonna go a chain punch anymore. And you're punching out like this. So for a chain punch, usually I find it's like these two knuckles. You see these two, the two baby knuckles, the ring knuckle and the baby knuckles. Usually, right? So they go punch like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you do have a those bag, you can put sand on the wall and you practice punching. I just bought 2 of that the other way. I just have to fill with the sand, and one sand and the other one is pebble, those small rocks, and then we're gonna train together. All right. So here you can go here. 1, 2. Keep your elbows down, guys. 3. Just 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So make sure I find it for myself, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you happen too. When you go 1, 2, 3, like the second one or the third one, you're not gonna get as much power, right? Or sometimes your first one, because you go in away, sometimes 3 of them, then they're not gonna be equal power, right? So in the beginning, when you practice, make sure you are focusing on each one have try to have equal power if you can. All right. So do the proper techniques. I go from here, boom. See, my elbow is always down. Just try to have your elbows down. Here, come right out. Here, come down, then come back. Come out. The other one back, out, back, out, back. Like that. Okay. Proper fist. Just like this. Have your palm up here. Clench your fist. Fingers tight together. Your arms, your thumbs close. Okay. 1, 2, close, and then come across. See how my thumbs come across the middle fingers and the index finger, right? Yeah, index finger. Yeah. So that's the proper fist, guys. Okay. Don't try to have your thumbs inside. I find that a lot of new people, they have like this. They don't know what to do. They have the thumbs like inside. So that's not strong, okay? When you punch like this, your punch is not strong and you're gonna injure the thumb, okay? So put it on the outside, like so, okay? So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right? Have your elbows down, guys. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right in the center. 1, 2, 3. Stay focused, looking at the target. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now you see with my dummy here. Sometimes I'm punching this a little bit high. I try to bring it down. Right there. There you go. The reason why it's like so hard because it's so high up here, right? It's not up to my face. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then after a while you switch. 1, 2, 3. Left hand first. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. So I don't care how bad you do whatever, but you do try to do proper one, and you do with a lot of repetitions, and you practice over and over again. Trust me, your punch will be lethal, right? So if you can do that like about 300 punch like that. Thank you, Jay. Yes, I used to live in Canada for a while. That's why. Thank you. All right. So let's go. Why don't we do starting with the right punch? We're gonna do 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Starting with the right punch, and then we're gonna switch to the left. Okay, let's go. So against the stance, go to basics, open 2, 1, 2, go down your stance, and then from here. So if I'm starting punching with my right arm, of course it has to be in the back, right? My left hand in front. So here, I go like this, left hand in front, and then punch with the right arm first. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's 1. 1, 2, 3. That's 2. 1, 2, 3. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 4. See, sometimes I almost forgot. You know, sometimes the hand go back and forth. You're like, oh. And your head, you're like thinking, oh shit, which one is which? Which one? Sometimes you get confused. That's fine. Fix it, right? Who doesn't make a mistake, right? So let's go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Focus. Look at the target. Now you see the arm, that this hand, you know, punching, you aiming at the target. So as soon as this coming out, this pulling back, right? And as soon as this pulling back, this coming right out, replacing the other target. All right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Have your elbows down, guys. Okay, now switch. Now we're gonna do left hand punch first. All right, so right hand put in front first, left hand punching. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So right now I'm showing you guys, it's also helping me. I'm practicing for myself too, right? So you should do that too, right? So I'm helping you in terms, I'm also training for my own good too. So, right? Both of us win-win, right? 2 for the price of 1. Awesome. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. See, after you practice a while, you get into the habit of doing that punch. Therefore, it becomes easier, right? In the beginning, nothing is not. In the beginning, everything is hard. But after you do a routine for like a number of times, trust me, it's gonna become very easy, right? Simple stuff, right? You go over simple stuff, and you make that simple stuff like magnificent, right? Okay, now you get the change punch. Now after the chain punch, sometimes you want to go sideways. I go 1, 2, 3. I can go 3 here. I block here. Boom. I go liver shot. Boom here. Or I can go hook. So don't try to limit yourself with only wooden dummy Wing Chun, right? Do all the techniques and combine it. Make it look good. Have fun with it, right? And train in it. Because boom, boom, boom. This is not gonna work all the time. Maybe 20, 30, 40% of the time, right? Sometimes you have to fake here. You go through here, right? Sometimes you hit here, you here, right? People, everybody are very smart. They're gonna be stand here, and for us to throw up 10 punch like this. As soon as you do this one, the first one, they run out of the way, they move out of the way, just like us. We do the same thing. So you go here, 1, 2, 3. You can go here. So after you go 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can block here 4, and then you can hit here, right? Or here. Okay, so don't limit yourself just to the chain punch, or just the Wing Chun style or whatever style. Don't limit yourself with that. Please learn all the discipline, learn all the moves, and put it into your own training to make it become your own discipline, your own moves. Now you see, sometimes I punch, I go like this, pum, pum, and then I go like this, jam the finger. You see that, right? Sometimes it's fast, you might not see, but I go here, right? I sort of like push the person's face and then I go again. So this sort of like distraction, but this also, now you see some of the fighters, that's why they're not allowed to like jam open fingers in UFC and one championship and all that, right? You see, once a person, right in the eyes like this, what happened? That's a referee, right? The referee allowed the person to have 5-minute break. But in reality, imagine that somebody jammed their finger into your eyes. You're not gonna get 5 minutes. You're not gonna get you're gonna get a referee to stop the match. No, you gotta go on. So therefore, sometimes this is very helpful. You go boom, boom, boom. All of a sudden, you put your fingers here. When you close, remember I said earlier, you hit here and then you use your fingers. Same thing. You can go boom, 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 right? Your fingers, right? But of course, you gotta be careful because your fingers, when you spread like this, it's gonna be vulnerable, weak, right? So easily for you to break, right? But careful, of course. Therefore, you gotta train your fingers, right? Old traditional master, they do like, they do finger push-ups, like sometimes I do, but now I suck at it. Like I can do few here and there. Let me show you. Finger push-up. Can you see my fingers? Really? Right? Sometimes like people want to train traditional martial art, they train a lot of part in your body, right? Just do finger push-up, right? And they do sand. Those frying pan, they put like hot sand, or you can do it in pepper or whatever. It depends on your goal, guys. It depends on what you want to do, right? What is your goal, right? By all means, there's gonna be somebody out there that train crazy, they're way better than us, right? So So, like before I mentioned, I told you guys, I go 1, right? 1, 2, right? And then I go 3, and then I jam the finger right here, right? And then I go again. So, sometimes your fingers here, I go boom, 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 boom. You see your finger here fast? It's sort of like you're disturbing the person. All of a sudden, finger to the face, all of a sudden like this. It's sort of like a distraction. So you can get the distraction out of the person, so they're not like gonna have 100% focusing on the technique. They try to like knock you out or whatever, right? All of a sudden, oh man, like something's happening, right? This guy knows something, so therefore they're gonna take it easy. They're gonna back up, right? But then there's some crazy, doesn't matter how you hit, how hard they hit, they knock out, they still get up. They knock out, they still go standing. Happened to like my student before, he's fighting like 2 guys, with knives and all that. Is pretty crazy, right? And my student's so good at beating those 2 guys up when he was in grade 11, and the guy, doesn't matter how much they got beat up, they're still standing, like even though they can't, how those guys in movie, they just like, they still get up. Now those guys, you gotta like careful, you gotta like okay, whatever, I let you win, run away, run ahead, because the grit, the determination is very strong. Those guys have those kind of grit and determination. Doesn't matter what doesn't matter whatever, you're not gonna beat them, trust me, right? Once you can prevent, okay, get out of there, just let them be like that. They can win, do whatever, but self-defense, self-defense is stay alive first and then get out of the way and then get for help, right? So here, this move, let's practice like this. I was hitting like this, so from here I shift my leg to the side. I hit here, I punch, and I come back, I block, I punch here, and then boom, right? So boom, 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 boom. So you go boom, boom, boom. Here I can either open, poke to the eye or whatever it is, try to distract the person, or I can just go punch. So it depends, you can mix it up, right? But remember, when you're not training your strength in your finger enough, when you're poking, you're punching, be careful because your finger gonna jam into like the forehead or into whatever, you're gonna injure your fingers. So make sure your finger is strong enough to do that, right? If not, then you have closed fingers, right? Have all your hand closed finger, the knife hand poke, like the knife hand strike, close your finger tight, right? Boom. Right, shift, boom, block, palm to face or finger to face, right? And then from there, this hand come down here, block, down, and then punch. So that's the technique when I break down. So when I do it fast, like that, fast, boom, fast here, I just touch here. Because mostly you just bring your hands, touch here, the finger just touch your eye like this. The eyes or the nose or whatever it is you can find. When they do open their mouth and you can go right in, but they might bite you, so careful. Just for the eye is good, you go like that. Make it fast, guy. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, come back, 3, 4. Right. So you see, I'm blocking here. I block it down like this. I go here. Then I step over. Now you see the step. This part, after I block here, I step over. From there, I punch. Okay? Because in order for me to find the rib is right here. If I only punch from here, it's not going to be as strong. So I go directly into the person center line right here. Right? Boom, boom. Boom. Yeah, easier for me, right? If I shift over, it's much easier, whereas I have to go here. It's harder. Yes, of course, you can do it. A lot of boxer, a lot of kickboxer, and all that they can do it, right? But for us Wing Chun or wooden dummy or other discipline close range, we won't have as much as power as those boxing because they're training so much. They're training hours a day, right? So therefore we have to redirect the force, and we have to go right in. We want to get the center line. So when I punch here, I go here, boom, right? Especially the blind spot. Now, the basics I learned from Wing Chun, from any other discipline. You want to get the center line, right? So the person attacked me with the right arm, boom, 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 whatever. Somehow you're gonna try to move to the right, this way, right? So they're practicing with the right. Somehow you move this way, out of the way, so you be in the right, the blind spot right here. If they're practicing with the left, whatever, you try to shift it over to the left. They hit with the left. Sorry, 1 second. So, if they hit with the left, I'm from here. I try to shift, move over to the left. So I'm like center line. I am in the more favored spot where I can attack, right? So that is the theory. But to do it, you gotta train a lot, and it's very, very hard, my friend, okay? Right? Why theory? Why they say this doesn't work, that doesn't work? Because we lack of training. We don't train enough. We don't practice enough. Therefore, it doesn't work, of course. Because when you learn the move, you remember, sort of like in test, you remember all the patterns, all the move, and you go to test to pass a bell, white bell, yellow bell, green bell, blah, blah, blah. Once you pass the test, like you guys go to school, right? You go and pass the test. Remember back then we were young, we go to school, we pass the test. After like 2, 3, 4 months, 1 year down the road, we forget about what we learned, right? We forget about after the test, we like give it back all to the teacher, right? So that's why we gotta practice and train, right? And train until it becomes like part of us. It becomes a habit, right? Then anything, it becomes so much a habit. When I'm talking like that, I go, come, I just move, come, I just move, right? It becomes, yeah, I can just go blind, and you know that man, right? As soon as you go, you can go like that, right? Why? A lot of great master before they can blindfold and they can fight and they can do whatever, because mostly they feel the arms, right? Here, I know that the dummy is here, the arm is here, so I can sort of like feel it and move it. I'm pretty sure after you got practicing a while, you can then do it too. Trust me, right? It's not that hard, but repetition and training, you become great. So, speaking of before, we like this, the person tacking on the left side. So, if you can somehow, you shift to the left. So the packing with the left here, step over. Now, very hard, right? Step over and try to get the straight line, the center line right here, right? If they go too much, they go right here, then you turn right here. You still get the center line, right? And you get the blind spot, right? But if they're attacking with your left, sometimes you don't want to hear, because from here they can throw a hook, they can do a lot of stuff too, okay? So careful. So left, go to the left. The attacking with the left hand right here, go to the left, and then from there you try to get the center line. And then press to the right, go this way, go to the right. Go to the right, which is your left. So they're attacking with their right, you go to your left, right? Which is their right. See, your left is their right. Yeah. All right? So if they're practicing with the left, their left here, but it's your right. So you shift to your right, right? And then from there you hit, all right? Hopefully you guys get that. Yeah, sometimes I think a bit confusing, but I'm pretty sure if you don't have, after you have time, you go back and watch it. It's gonna be very useful for you guys. Okay? Okay, thank you guys. Next, so a lot of the attacks, like if mostly like now I can give examples only straight punch. Eventually I'm gonna get my students try to go on live with you guys and explain like with the real person is much easier for you guys to grasp, right? Right now we're moving, the MMA club is moving to close to our company is very close in Ho Chi Minh, is close to District 1. Yeah, not too far, but yeah, we're moving. So that's why like all the guys are kind of busy. They don't making a lot of self-defense video right now in the past few days. So after that, like I have more time, I get them to come here and train with you guys and share with you guys their knowledge too. And then from there we can have example of them, you know, attacking what works, what doesn't, what is like in MMA, BBJ and all that, because a lot of my students, they know different discipline. They way better than me in all this discipline. Just like you guys, I'm pretty sure some of you out there are way better than me in grappling and boxing and kickboxing, Muay Thai. In that aspect, of course, you're my master, right? I will respect you in that aspect, right? We all have talent and different ability, right? I don't know it all, right? No one person know everything, no, of course, right? So. Now, I find out that like why like a lot of self-defense or just like Wing Chun, they don't do a lot of high kicks or no high kicks at all, right? Especially in Wing Chun, no high kicks at all, right? They don't even train high kicks, only any kicks like from here, below the belt, right? But in Taekwondo, when I'm first training, we all have to kick above the belt. So it's the opposite, right? So one discipline different from the other discipline, right? So therefore, mostly I kick high. I rarely kick low. But when I come to practicing with dummy and Wing Chun and with my master, then I start learning to kick low. Because you can do high kick all the time and then you can kick low. You don't know how to execute the kick so that is powerful, right? Low one. Even though the high one I can kick pretty power, but low one I don't know. But up until like recent, the last couple of years, then I training my low kicks, yeah. So, but a lot of self-defense and Wing Chun, why we don't kick high? Because first of all, if in theory, if you were to kick high, right? So if I want to reach a person, I have to go up here, this one. So the distance from here, my leg to go all the way up this way is so long. It takes like more than 2 meters, right? I'm like maybe 176 meter, 159, 59.5 around there. So for me to reach a person's head, it takes like freaking this long, more than 2 meters. Might as well just go for a punch, right? So a punch is only what? 60 centimeters, 70 centimeters. So which one is faster, right? And once you go at this high, right, you only on 1 foot. So you're off balance. Very easy for the guys to whip or kick you in the legs. You're gonna fall down, break your legs or whatever. Sometimes you get injured, you fall so hard, you're on your head, and you get a concussion on the cement floor or whatever. They're not gonna have mats, right? So in self-defense situation, you don't see a lot, you never see any high kicks, especially, you know, like if the guy's already down in self-defense, of course you're gonna stop. You're not gonna do fancy jumping 540 in the air and 720 and do a super spinning heel kick or something, all right? So that's why, right, balance. One thing is you kick high, you're gonna lose balance. The second thing is you kick high, you're gonna take forever to reach a person because the distance is so long. That's why in self-defense, they wouldn't recommend high kicks, right? But then if you guys are really good, you know, your kick is like super fast, you know, like you just from here talking like that and you go pa like that. You like faster than me like that, by all means, please use it, right? But if you like slow, just like me or whatever, do not use it in self-defense, okay? Yes, you can do movie clips, video clips here and there for fun, look good because they all love high kick, fancy, spinning 2-3 times in the air and chop or whatever. It look awesome, right? Good for the eye, right? But in reality, self-defense, please don't use those high kicks. Yeah. All right? Okay. So sometimes I just go and practicing like this for my low kicks. 2, 3, and go like that. I can use this hand to balance myself. So kick 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So now you see when I'm kicking like this, I'm kicking with this part right here, right? Not the shin, right? My shin is not that strong, so I don't train that. So that's other way you can practicing with the shin directly, right? Because a student, my Muay Thai student, they're practicing with those sort of like small bamboo sticks where you tie together in a bunch, and they condition it, they whip right here like this. That way it's fine, but you don't just go pa like that, like crazy. Like if you're expert in Muay Thai or kickboxing, and you condition it, and you have conditioned your shin really well, by all means. But if you just like starting out, you know, new, just like me and you, our shin is vulnerable to break, please don't. All right, take it easy. So when kicking, of course, your bottom leg always bent. See, when I'm kicking, it's always bent, as you can see it. 1, 2, see, it's always bent. 1. Now, As soon as I'm kicking this way, boom, my ankle, my foot slightly move toward that direction. It go automatically. Otherwise, if I leave it there and I turn too much, twist too much, my ankle gonna be twist. I'm gonna injure. All right. So pay attention. Okay. 1, 2. When I'm kicking back, see my foot. It's moving slightly back automatically. 1, move forward, move back, left, right. See the foot moving? Slightly, not too much, but slightly, okay? Because that's automatic. Okay, next one. 1, 2, 3. From here. Always have your other hand here. 1, 2, 3. Then switch. 1, 2, 3. Right? 1, 2, 2. Now you see this technique, this motion here. Same thing as the motion, you going up high. Nowadays you see a lot of fancy kick where they're kicking like this, sort of like a back fist. Like this, they kick here, pum. Same motion. See? You're kicking with the instep for this part. But for here, lower here, you kick with the shin. Same motion. See? Same motion. Right? So you can apply for high kicks if you guys want to do some kind of fancy kicks. You can use that same motion, same flow for your kicks. Boom, 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 boom. All right, speaking of kicks, so last time we went into the side kick isometric where I hold my leg, extend and go back and forth. And we're working on the side kick, right? This time we're gonna work on the front kick. All right, the front kick. This kick right here, and try to get this part of your muscle, your hamstring muscles, stronger, and your side thigh muscle. So this is also good for front kick, and also the kick that coming down, chop kick, right? But I wouldn't recommend that in self-defense. But of course, if you like high kicks, then you want to train to get higher up there so it look great, then by all means you can train with me during this clip right here. All right. What you do is you're gonna put I always like to start with my left foot putting on the thing because my left foot tends to be more flexible than my right foot. So therefore I use my left foot first. Okay guys? So I would put it against here. Either you have a handrail like this, right? At a gym, you always have those handrail. You know, at a gym or at a park, they have some kind of rail or whatever bar you can put your foot on, right? And then you rest your foot on to that. Okay, now from here, you're gonna stand upright. You're gonna stand facing forward. Now your toes, you see my toes here? It's gonna like open around like maybe slightly 30, 45 degree angle. Depend on your flexibility. All right, and now from here, you just rest at the beginning. You're gonna stretch this whole muscles out, all right? Rest on it, relax. Don't try anything too crazy yet, all right? For the first like 20 to 30 seconds or so, just have it sitting there, all right? Relax. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, careful guys, when you are like not flexible, right? You're not flexible, your knees gonna be a bit like, you know, like it's sort of like stiff, this part right here. So therefore, if you find too much pressure on the knees, you're gonna turn your toes more sideways. Now this will be easier on the knees, okay? You try that, okay? In the beginning, you can do like this, so it's easy on your knees. But after a while, then you try to like turn it in a little bit, then a little bit, day by day. Then you'll be just fine. All right. Okay, next one, you try to lean forward a bit. So as you can see, this part of muscles is tight here. Because you're stretching out, you're like. Now, from here, I want you to squeeze your muscle. This part right here, try to press down into this this wood, this piece of wood. Press it down. You sort of like somebody try to lift your leg up. You try to go down. Try to press it down. Put pressure on it. Okay, let's go. Put pressure on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then relax your leg, relax the muscle. All right? Relax it, rub it, pat it, whatever. Try to make it warm again. Okay, now ready? Now you're gonna flex it again. Ready? Flex it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, then relax, relax, relax. Relax. Okay, ready to go again? Last one, guy. Last one on this leg. Ready? Flex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, very good. Now relax a bit. Before you taking it off, relax. Just let it hanging there for another 5-10 seconds. Now from there, just relax. Try to have your arm lifted down slowly. There you go. Yes, I feel that pain. I feel that. But we call that tender, right? Use the word tender. Don't use the pain. All right? Because we're martial artists, right? So we can take the pain, right? So we just call it tender. No pain, no gain, guys. All right? Now let's switch to the right foot, okay? Right foot up. Let it relax, sitting there for a bit. Let it chill. You know, just let your leg chill there. Relax. That's it. You see, sometimes I wiggle like my foot. You see how pointing like that, back and forth. Just let it relax, and also you are stretching out your ankle, right? From time to time, please do stretch out your ankles. Because you use that a lot. You use it anywhere you walk. As soon as you step up your car, as soon as you walk into the office, you use your ankle. You use your ankle all the time. Okay, ready? Now we're going to try to put pressure on your right leg. Now push it down. Squeeze on your muscle and try to push it down, right? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Now relax. Deep breathe in. Deep breath in. Breathe into your nose. Slowly, and then out through your mouth. Hold it. There you go. Okay, ready to tense again? Sometimes it hurts, guy. But if you can hold it, you can go for it. Let's go for it. No pain, no gain. Push it. 1. Too much pain, then relax. But little bit of pain, just go forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, relax. Deep breath in. Breathe out. Slow down your breath if you can. Good. Now ready to go again? Last time. Ready? Flex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Let it sit there for a bit. No rush. Just let it sit there and chill there for a bit more. Rub it, massage it, whatever you feel comfortable, right? Okay, now use your hands, your arm to bring it down slowly. Yes, that's it. Treat it very careful. All right. Now, of course, some of you younger, some of you are more flexible. You can put it right up, like somewhere up here, right? By all means, please do so, right? You see a lot of youngsters in all the discipline, all the martial art, like Taekwondo, they train those a lot with elastic band, right? They do like a side kick, pa, ching, all the way up here, right? Or the chop kick coming down all the way up, like bending, like freaking past 180 degrees, you know? But we don't really need that, right? But still, that's pretty awesome. Now, so earlier we stretching for the stretch kick, whereas the kick from here, I go all the way up, I come down, I chop, so the force down much harder, right? For instance, if you some of you have to practicing board breaking for your chop kick, whatever for karate or taekwondo, right? I can refer to those two because and those when you're testing, you do a lot of board breakings. So those two, where you can ask from here, you can go up high and then you chop down, right? That's what the technique's for. And in the other way where you can extend your kick for the front kick. That's also good for your practice, extension for your kick for front kick. So let's go to the front kick. Front kick, from here, we go really quick, right? Either you're from here, you're just talking, blah, 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 boom. That's it, boom. That's it. So front kick, sometimes it's simple, but we don't really pay attention, right? Because the front kick from here, go here. Right? Most of the time we're talking, we pay attention to from here up to here, you know, body language, you're talking, eye contact, blah, 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 whatever. All of a sudden, boom, you got to hit there, right? So if you can practice quick enough, you're talking, boom, right? I don't know how fast you are, whatever, you can react to that, right? But a lot of people, they kick faster, they train. So if you please do train your kick like that. Trust me, you're talking like boom, you distract the person, you kick like that, you're gonna hit. And if you hit here, just if you were to play on your own, right? You just like hit your, groin a little bit, trust me, it's gonna hurt. So imagine the kick, the whole foot like this, flicking and hitting your groin, right? It's gonna hurt like hell. You're gonna go, that's it, no more fight, right? That's why, if you can train it like that, very good. So from here, you go 1, proper kick here, knees up, 1, 2, come back, down, okay, knees up, 1, the proper technique, I'm showing you the proper way, you can practice one step by step, but afterward you can combine and you go 1, 2, down, then step back, 1, 2, down, step back, 1, 2, down. So your back legs always slightly bend. And as I kick, watch my back foot. When I kick, here, kick. See how it turns slightly? Not kicking, kick. It's the back foot always slightly pivot. Pivot to your right. When it's left, pivot to your right. Automatically, that's how your body goes, right? Otherwise, you leave it like this, it's gonna hurt, right? Some people are flexible, they can leave it like that. But all of us, we're not as flexible. So when we're lifting our leg up, we're gonna pivot slightly. The higher you go up, the more it's gonna pivot. See? The higher I go, the more it's gonna pivot. The lower I go, the less it's gonna pivot. If I go here just for self-defense, I just go here, just see the groin, I kick here. Right, go and kick it, boom. From here, you kick it, boom. Right, that's it. From here, kick, boom. So knees up, then extend the foot. Right. Now, This kicks, you can say that there's like two ways. I know two ways, maybe there's other ways. So one is you can hit with the instep of your foot. This is your instep right here, guys. Your instep right here. You kick with this part, or you can kick with your toes. I'll kick you with the toes. This part, you're gonna like have to flex the ball of your foot. This part right here. So those are the two parts you can kick. But kicking with the ball of your foot is harder. You know why it's harder? Because I find that when you're lifting up, you kick like this. You have to pull your toes back, but you have to point your whole foot forward, and you have to expose this freaking part of your toes right here. You have to expose this part. So I find it a little bit hard for you guys at the beginning. For me at the beginning too, even. So you go up, kick, pull the toes back, like sort of like this. There you go. Know what I mean? On the other one is easier because you're pointing the toes. Hit it right here, right there, going here. Boom, boom. So let's go with the easier way first, I guess. But if you guys can kick the sole of your foot, please do practice it. Now, kicking with the toes, the insteps, and you're hitting the target. If you hit the right target, that's good. But if you don't hit the right target, if you hit somebody's knees with your instep, right? Yeah, this part, you hit somebody's knees. Or, yeah, so remember this part where we go like this, the two open stand, boom. This is for somebody kicking the front kick. So if you were to kick here with your instep, oh boy, you're gonna go like this. You're gonna go like that. That's it, you're gonna hurt. The fight gonna be over. So careful when you're kicking that way. You have to be very accurate, right? If you hit the knees, this thing gonna go bye-bye, right? The instep. So therefore when you kick like that, you're gonna train a lot and you have to be precise. Kick, boom, right here. If you miss, you kick right at the knee, it's gonna hurt. So that is the con. That's the bad thing about it. Good thing is easier to kick, but the bad thing is if you kick to any hard spot with your instep, right? You're gonna get hurt. Remember a lot of the roundhouse kick where you kick a lot of people roundhouse kick, boom like this, and you're hitting only in Taekwondo. We hit only this part, but in kickboxing, Muay Thai, they throw the whole thing, right? And they whip it like a baseball bat. They can go in, boom, all the way, right? They don't pull it back. They go all the way, like a baseball bat. You swing, you go boom like that, right? You're not gonna swing like this and you come back, swing like that and come back. You're not gonna get a home run, right? So same thing with this. So same thing. Therefore, you know, like most time we kick, boom, like this with the instep. The elbow here, you hit the elbow. This, you're gonna get a bruise right here. It's gonna be this big, trust me. You hit the elbow with this part, gonna hurt like hell. Especially some guy that go here, that just bend that elbow slightly like this, and you hit into the elbow, boom. You're gonna hop all day. So careful like that, okay? When you practice, it's good. All right, guys. Okay, so let's practice more. 1, 2, step forward. 3, put your foot down. Okay? Knees up, extend your foot, and put it down. Knees up, extend your foot, and then put it down. Okay? The person come in, you can go here. Boom. Right? Or you can make it into a habit. Boom. Put down, then your hand down. Alright? So that would be good habit for you doing. Alright? Boom. Habit. Boom. And come back. Boom. Boom. Like that. But as soon as you put down, boom, then go. Don't try to go here, not finishing, and then you go punch. That doesn't make sense, right? You punch, first of all, you haven't reached yet, right? Because your kick here is gonna be longer, and you're hitting here. It doesn't make any sense. So please do land, and then you hit, okay? So land, then hit right away. But don't go pa and then pa. Your legs still in the air, right? So kick, pa, down, and then go. Kick, boom, down, go. Kick, boom, down, go. All right. Let's try the other foot. Yeah, same thing. Lift, kick, down, punch. Arms up, lift your knees. To stay in balance, you gotta bend the other knees, of course. Kick, land, punch. Why are we punching this hand? Not this hand. Well, our kick is already here, right? So it makes more sense for you to jab here longer than your kick. If you're here, not gonna be as long, right? So, kick, boom, land, punch. Kick, boom, land, punch, punch. Or you can go punch, punch. Kick, land, punch, punch. Right? Punch. Or you can go. But when you do a second punch, you see what I do? Boom, I land a punch. The second punch, I'm gonna step in. I'm not gonna stay there. If you stay there, you're not gonna get anyone if you wanna chase a guy. Unless you counter attack and you're waiting, the guy come in, and then you step to the side and then you can punch sideways. All right. Have a meeting to catch. Thank you very much for you guys tuning in. I just got a phone call. That's why it's muted, I think. Yeah. One of my colleagues is asking me, hey, you are late. So I got to run, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you guys find like what I train is useful, and I hope you can apply somewhat into your technique. Thank you very much. Have a great day, guys. Love you all. Bye-bye. Thank you.